Hello and welcome to another video RAWRlog. Sorry for the massive delay from last time. That was mostly due to, well, getting married of all things. Would you believe I would do a thing like that? Well, I did. It was great. But you'll notice also there's a big change in the background. I don't have the large picture behind me because we're rearranging the entire apartment. Long story there, which I'll update you in future posts. But it's good news too. But just really quick, I'd like to give kind of a shout out to the anime and manga fans of Ireland Facebook group, who I will mention a bit later on in the video. Also because I will probably sort of post this video in their stream, and I kind of spam like crazy in their stream lately, and I think it's only fair that I actually do a proper shout out while I do that. And I'm going to talk more about them a little later. Good stuff. But first, I would like to kind of mention something big that's happening soon that I'm sort of trying to get involved in. It's related to Neo magazine. You might remember last video I mentioned Bata Neart actually getting featured in Neo. And long story short, they've got their 10th anniversary this month. And kind of as a big celebration thing, they're doing a few different things. One of which is, and they didn't tell me this was secret or not, but they're going to do something very special for the cover. I'm not going to put too much details into it, but I was kind of a middleman for a thing. And if they do what I hope they'll do, this will be a very good issue. It's going to be anyway. I like all their issues regardless. I'm sort of... I don't know, if it's got a manga character in it, I'll tend to like it regardless. I'm kind of stupid that way. But the 10th anniversary should be pretty good. They called out to all readers to submit their own fan art based on Neo, preferably based on Neo. And although they've already been very cool regarding material I've given them, they've featured my manga in August's edition. They even featured one of my tweets, or no, actually it was a Facebook comment. Featured one of my Facebook comments, which I thought, damn, okay. Did they remember it was me? Probably not. But they did that, which I thought also was great, so I have that somewhere. One of these issues on the table. And they brought a call out, and I thought, I've got to do this. I've got to do this. I've got to join in. So, in a kind of a mad splurge of wanting to do things, I drew this particular drawing. You'll notice the massive A3 drawing is supposed to be of Aoife reading a Neo magazine. In particular, it's supposed to be this issue of Neo magazine. You'll notice there's a slight similarity. It's supposed to be Neo 127 that she's reading. It's supposed to be Aoife, but and it's supposed to be that the magazine is so powerful that it's blowing her hair away. This becomes more apparent when I've added the screen tones. This is a poor printout of it. Instead, it kind of looks like she's a girl from the 80s with a gigantic mullet. As you can see, the hair has immense amounts of volume. You could sell various hair products with that. Probably not. But I'm going to kind of settle for the idea that this isn't Aoife. This is some kind of 80s anime girl who's reading the Neo magazine, or 127 in this case. And I've submitted this to them. Didn't get a reply, but I don't expect to because they're very, very busy people. And if I'm lucky, that gets featured in next month's Neo, which will be the 10th anniversary. Although they might remember me, and they might think that I'm already printing a lot of my stuff, so they may kind of go, all right, we've already printed this guy's stuff, give someone else a chance, which would be fair, I guess. I really like it if they did print it. Probably not. Being all mysterious about the whole cover thing, I'm not going to say anything in case they wanted to keep it secret, but it should look good. That's what I'm going to say. It's going to look really good. So watch out for that. It's due in about 2-3 weeks. Fairly soon. Okay, kind of related to this is the Manga Anime Fans of Ireland Facebook group. I became aware of them thanks to a Neo copy, the one where my comment was posted, at the very same time contained a letter of thanks to Neo for helping this Facebook group gain additional fans. And I was kind of curious because when I left Ireland about 10 years ago, I still am, and I was an otaku. And I never really got the sense that there was much of a manga anime scene in the country. And like to get any kind of community going, you'd have to leave, go to the UK, go to continental Europe, over to the US. Ireland didn't really have a fan base, or at least it didn't have one I was aware of. And when it came to engaging fellow manga anime fans, I hadn't really sought out Ireland because of this, because of my past experience. And I was surprised, and very happy to discover quite a lot of manga fans and anime fans in Ireland through this particular group. And I've been engaging a lot on that group ever since. I don't, in general, engage a lot on Facebook because it annoys the hell out of me. I usually engage on Google Plus and places like that. But this particular group's pretty good, and I've been posting stuff, getting feedback, giving feedback, being fairly interactive, and it gives me some ideas which I kind of like, because I noticed there's a lot of actual really good-looking conventions in Ireland. And my next plan for promoting my works, like particularly the back office book and various other things, is to properly attend conventions. I'd already picked up one or two here in Norway, which I can go to and sort of sell my stuff on, but particularly when we're talking about Bata Neart, which handles Ireland and Irish characters, it makes more sense for me to try and market it in Ireland. So I'm going to investigate the idea of attending or even exhibiting at Irish conventions in the coming years, if I can. There's a practical element too. The only conventions I've kind of wanted to consider even ever attending would be the likes of the conventions that Michael attends in California. But practically speaking, like to share a tent with Michael and do a RAWRtacular Black Snow Comics table is practically very, very difficult, because we're talking about time off, money, and jet lag. Lots of jet lag. I don't want jet lag. It's worth it sometimes, really is. But yeah, it's not a practical sort of goal to attain. It's something that's going to be awesome to pull off if I ever do. But realistically speaking, I have to choose conventions in Europe, in particular places where I live, then namely Scandinavia. But since I go home to visit my parents a lot, I'll have a base in Ireland. I could actually go to Irish conventions and actually have a stock based in Ireland as well. That's another issue. Because if you attend a convention with your books, you want to print enough to make it worthwhile. And that also makes it a bit tricky, because you've got to transport your books to and from various countries, and that's going by land. That's not very good. So I'm gonna look into that, see if that's possible. It might be fun. It might be a lot of fun, actually. But all in all, I'm extremely pleased to have discovered this particular Facebook community, who are also joining in the Neo 10th anniversary competition. Not competition, but giving fan art to Neo in kind of homage to their 10th anniversary. I think Mary, the main poster, Mary, she created a mascot named Rua. Rua means red in Irish, if you don't know. I'm guessing a lot of you don't know. Except the Irish ones, you will know. Rua is a fox, and foxes are kind of very Irish if you think about it. Foxes, biscuits, they're Irish. Yes. Red Fox is the mascot, and that mascot has been sent forward with a kind of message of thanks to Neo. So it'd be awesome to see that in there too, particularly. So that's that. I just wanted to do a quick shout out, and now unfortunately you all know what I look like and sound like, because I sound weird. So yes, make of that what you will. Probably in many things that are funny or not funny. But I'm going to move on now. I'm going to try and keep this a fairly short video, which is only about 9 minutes 40 seconds so far. Okay, this is much faster than I usually do these videos. They go on forever, but I don't want to go on forever because I'll lose my voice, and that in mind. Always good with water. It's not vodka. I want to move on to another kind of item, a kind of a big deal for me. For Bata Neart in particular. Now I've had difficulty advertising my comics for years, lots of difficulty. There's a particular formula I'm trying to discover, I'm trying to get right, where I market what the comic is in a kind of an impacted way, with lots of impact. And I've thrown money at this, usually to no avail. I've not had a lot of success in attracting readers to the comic, and I'd been mostly focusing my energy on back office for many, many years. Back office has various different adverts, and Bata Neart for the longest of times only had one, which was the Ashling silhouette that's in the Bata Neart logo. That had gotten readers, but it never tells you that much about what the comic is, or even the idea or the feel of it. Gives you no reason to want to come to the comic. I kind of used the tagline that history refuses to be forgotten and shadows of a forgotten history and crap like that. Yet I made the tagline and I know it's stupid, so that's not good if you think your own tagline is stupid. But I have concurrently been training to use colour, because I don't use colour well, or at least I haven't been able to until this point. And I had, as part of a project, I'd taken Aoife, because I like Aoife, she's my favourite character, and she's sort of the mascot of Rectacular. And I drew this, which is Aoife just looking off to the side, doing her whole Aoife thing. She's just Aoife, she's standing there. Now, what I had done, I scanned it in with my scanner, and using the copy of Photoshop I was given for my birthday, Photoshop Essentials? Yes, Fundamental Essentials. The basic one, the one that you get for a sane amount of money as opposed to an insane amount of money, which does everything you need for what I do, because I managed to produce this on glossy photo paper too. This is Aoife in full colour, as I imagined she would look. Very much based on what Alex did with the commissions I got him to do. I'm extremely pleased with this. This is actually better than I ever thought my own colour work would come out. And I kind of started thinking, this is okay looking. What if I turned this into some kind of advert for Bata Neart and then tested it out? And that is exactly what I did. Playing with some words, I realised that the key words of Bata Neart are magical girls and Irish. Teenage just kind of evens it out, and I know I like to compare it to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Irish magical girls. They do not have half shells. Turtle power. But what surprised me more than anything is that advert converted the best part of 200% of the traffic I've ever gotten for that comic. In a single day, I got 5,000 page views. The following day, I got nearly 6,000 page views, giving me a total US, this was particularly focused at US traffic. This gave me a weekend total of 10,680 page views, which is much higher than I've ever gotten while doing web cartooning. And I was shocked because I didn't put a lot of money into this. I think usually in a high profile advert campaign, I would put in about $5. It would get me about 500 page views, maybe 1,000. I put in $10, often that wouldn't do much better. This time around, and actually last time I ran an advert campaign, I put in $20, didn't do much better either. This was about $5 and I got 5,000 a day off that. And that was shocking. I couldn't believe how effective this advert was. I got some feedback on the advert and people were kind of, those who'd commented had kind of remarked on how very specifically niche market it was. It managed to get a niche market, hold on to it, and really but get the readers in with this particular kind of advert. And it was quite shocking, and it was very, very pleasing. what surprised me most of all, and kind of was amazing, of those 5,000 page views a day, only about 200 were unique visitors, which means almost all of them were reading through the archive. Now, the thing is, if your page views and your unique views are at the same level, people are dropping in for one page and then dropping right back out again. So you're not getting any conversion from a reader. And you don't want that. That's a waste of time. What you're looking for when you're advertising a comic is conversion, reader conversion. Someone who visits your comic, decides to read it, and will return to read again. And what will be surprising now is I will not run the advert next weekend, or this coming weekend, I should say. I will see who returns on Friday. And if I get a large spike, then that means I have managed to convert several hundred people to reading Bata Neart. And that would be awesome. I would love that so much. It would be so great. It would make me extremely happy. The results so far have already made me happy because it's broken another record. Bata Neart has entered the top 200 of the top webcomics list for the first time ever. It's been skirting around between 200 and 300 for quite a while. It's gotten up to 200, which means I've gotten more voting readers coming into the comic, which is amazing, really amazing. I'm losing my voice. I got too excited. That shows me. It serves me right. It really does. If you're still sticking me at this stage, wouldn't blame you of turning off this video now, or have already turned off this video. But if you haven't, it's coming to an end. I want to finish up by just saying what I'm working on at the moment. I'm still working in the Office Party story for back office, if you're following that. I'm getting back to the kind of core humour of back offices. There's been a lot of flashbacks lately, backstory. And I'm trying to move the story forward now so I can kind of end it eventually. Because I have the next story already planned and I want to get over to that before people kind of get bored and yeah, get sick of it. Bata Neart is running towards the end of book one. Book one, probably about 15-20 pages away. So with any luck, I'll have that nearly done by the beginning of next year. With any luck. I'm also been having some mini debates on Facebook with Now about manga composition, because she's been telling me that there is actually many people actually get manga wrong when they read it. She tells me. I have to believe her. She's a mangaka, so she knows this kind of thing. But apparently, even in Japan proper, you'll get a lot of people who read a manga, but they don't get it. They don't understand how the page is structured, how the story is being told. And she's been trying to impart to me the difference between simply drawing manga style in comic form and drawing manga style but forming the page correctly in order to give the page meaning, real meaning, kind of give it depth. And it's been fascinating. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Unfortunately, a lot of the materials she mentions are only in Japanese, so I might have to relearn my Japanese. May not be good because it's a few languages ago since I tried Japanese, and I'm not that good when I did try. But it would be worth a shot just to figure out the kind of some of the very fundamental secrets of good manga design. If I could crack that, maybe the stuff would get a lot better than I currently have. Because I know there's lots of room for improvement, an awful lot of room for improvement. But since my voice is very clearly dying on me, I think I will put this video at an end. If you stick with me so far, thank you very much. I am going to try and put another one out in a while. And yeah, looking forward to Neo 10th anniversary. With any luck, it'll be very cool. I have a very good feeling it will be. Until next time.